Hello and welcome to the session. Today we are going to cover about algebra, linear equation, substitution, how we can substitute the value of variables and get the answer, and make the subject. Make the subject is basically there are the two variables we have to express one variable into the another variable. Linear equation we already discussed in the previous session. If the equation have the degree, the variable of the equation, if there is only one variable and the degree of that variable is 1, in that scenario we can say linear equation in one variable. So quickly we'll start question and we'll see couple of questions how we can solve the linear equation in one variable. So if we'll see the question number 8, which is on screen, 10 minus 3p is equals to 3 plus 11p. In this, p is a variable, 10 and 3 are the constant. So whenever we solve one variable, we have to express, first thing we have to do, we have to pull, or we have to put all the variable on one side and all the constant on the other side. In this case, minus 3p, I am going to shift over right hand side and this constant 3 on this side. So in this scenario, I am going to write here 10 minus 3, because 3 is positive. When I bring on the other side, it will become negative, is equals to 11p. And if you see, this is minus 3p. When I will bring minus on this side, it will become plus. So this is the basic thing, like whenever we shift, then the sign will change. If there is addition sign, then it will convert into the subtraction or minus sign. If there is a multiplication, it will convert into the division. If there is a division, it will go into the multiplication. So 10 minus 3, we are going to write here 7. 11p and 3p both are like terms. We can say both have the same variable. Simply what we can do, we can add it, 11 plus 3, which is going to be 14. Now if you see, 7 is equals to 14p, 14 into p, that means with p, this value 14 is in multiplication. When we shift, then multiplication convert into the division. So 7 divided by 14 is equals to p. Now final answer, what I can write here, 7 divided by 14, I can see 7 into 1 7, 7 into 2 is 14. So my answer will be 1 upon 2, or we can write here 0.5. Okay, so this is how we solve the linear equation in one variable. So going to the next question, quickly we'll move to the another question. If you see question number, this question is from 0580 Winter 22, paper number 42. So in this question, 4x plus 15 is equals to 9. There is one variable, degree is 1, and in this one 4x is on one side and this 15 is going to be on another side, because both are constant or the number. So 19 minus 15, 4x. Now we are going to write here 4x is equals to 9 minus 15. 9 minus 15, 15 sign, 15 is greater than 9, so sign will come for 15, that means the negative sign will come, and we have to do subtraction. 15 minus 9 is 6, so we are going to write here 6. Positive will not come because 9 is less as compared to 15, that's why the minus sign will come. Now 4 into x, this is the thing. So what we have to do, 4 we have to bring on other side. This is in multiplication, so when it will come, it will become division. So 6 upon 4. Now we know this one have factor 2. 3 into 2 is 6 and 2 into 2 is 4. So our final answer is equals to minus 3 upon 2. We can write x is equals to minus 3 upon 2. If you want, you can divide and you can write into decimal form, which is minus 1.5. So we solved two questions which was based on the linear equation one variable. It's like quite easy questions. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the video, in the comment section. You can add your question and I will try to create few more videos on that. Now moving to the substitution and make the subject. So if you see this question, s is equals to half u plus vt. This is a equation from the equation of motion from the physics, but we have to use here maths. So in this scenario, if you see, we have to find out the value of s when u, v and t values are already given. What we have to do, we have to just simply put the value. So I am going to write here s is equals to half. What is value of u? If you see here 20 plus sign over here, then v v is equals to 30, so I am going to put here 30 into t is 7. Now first, using the BODMAS rule, first of all we'll solve the bracket. 20 plus 30, half into 50 into 7. Now we know we can cancel because it's in denominator, this is in numerator, both have common factor of 2, so I can simply divide by this. So I can write here 25 into 7. Now we have to multiply 25 into 7 into 5, which is 35, 7 into 2 14, plus 3 17, 175. So we can use calculator directly, or we can just do the multiplication and we can write the answer. Now this was related to the substitution. Now the same question we have to convert or rearrange the formula to write the value of v in terms of s, u and t. So that means we are expressing one variable into the another variable. That type of question we say make the subject. So that means our subject in this case is v. Okay, so I am going to, first thing is, like if you'll see here 2 is in division, I will try to bring over here, and this will go into the multiplication. So my equation will be 2s is equals to u plus v into t. Okay, so first thing, this was in denominator, when we'll shift it will multiply with s and it will become 2s is equals to u plus v into t. Now we have to find out v, right? So what is outside the bracket is in multiplication with both the term t. So t we have to bring over here. When we shift t is in multiplication, when we'll shift it will become division. So 2s upon t is equals to u plus v. Now v is our subject, so that means u we have to shift on the other side. U is plus in relation with v. What is u plus v? So this is like having sign plus on this side, left side. When we will shift it will become minus. So v is equals to, I will write here 2s upon t minus u. So I can write here 2s upon t minus u is the answer for the question. So this is how we can express one variable into the another variable. Now moving to the next question, we'll see there are different kind of questions. So we'll see in this one. First, if you see here, like directly proportional and inversely proportional, there are two things. So when we say A is directly proportional to B, if I say directly, that means this sign will come. That means if we are increasing the value of B, then the value of A will also increase. So in this scenario we can say it is directly proportional. When we say inversely proportional, in that scenario A is inversely proportional to B, like this. So if you are increasing the value of one variable, the value of another variable will decrease, and vice versa. So this is the meaning of inversely and directly proportional. In this question is like x varies inversely as the square root of w minus 1. That means x is inversely, that means reciprocal, square root of w minus 1. So square root of w minus 1. Okay. So now it is what inversely proportional. Whenever we have to put equal to sign, in that scenario we have to write k as a variable. Okay, w minus 1. Okay, so question is, when w is equals to 10 and x is equals to 2, find x in terms of w. Okay, so we have to put the value of w and x in this one. So x is what? 2, k, w is 10 minus 1, which is going to be 9. Square root of 9 we know 3. So my equation is equals to 2 is equals to k upon 3. 3 is in denominator. When we will shift, it will multiply with 2 and it will become 6. So now we have the value of k, which is like we added here. It was inversely proportional. When we say it is equals to, then we have to multiply with one variable, and in that scenario we have to identify the value of variable. So now our equation will be x is equals to 6, because k is 6 in this case, root under w minus 1. So this will be our answer, 6 upon w minus 1. Now next question is based on the same. We have to substitute the value of w in order to get the value of x. So 6 root under 3.25 minus 1, because w minus 1 is there. 6 upon root under 3.25 minus 1 is 2.25. Now square root of 2.25 is 1.5. So 6, we can write here 60. If we remove the decimal, then it will multiply, numerator will be multiplied by 10. 15 into 4 is 60. So answer of x in this scenario is 4. So our final answer is 4. Now third number question, if we'll see, find w in terms of x. That means this is the make the subject. So we know already, the question we identified x is equals to 6 upon root under w minus 1. This was our answer for the first question. Now it is saying we have to express w in terms of x. That means we have to make the subject w. So w is in square root. First thing we have to do it, we have to do the squaring on both sides. So after squaring on both sides, we can write here 6 square, that will become 36. Square and square root will cancel. In that scenario, we write here w minus 1. Now we have to bring w on this side and x on this side. So I will write here, if there is nothing, that means 1, cross multiply. So in this scenario, x square is equals to w minus 1 is equals to 36. Now w minus 1 is equals to 36 upon x square. What we did, x square is in multiplication with whole term. When we will shift on the other side, it will divide. Now minus 1, we have to shift over here. Minus 1, whenever minus will shift on the other side, it becomes plus. That is the algebraic rule. So this is our answer. So this is, if you see, w we have expressed in terms of x. So we can write here 36 upon x square plus 1. That will be our answer in this case. Okay, so moving to the next question. Similar kind of question here, like we have a directly proportional. So as we already discussed, if it is a directly proportional, we can write y is directly proportional to x plus 3 whole cube. Okay, so y is equals to what we can write here, k into x plus 3 whole cube. K is our constant here. Okay, so constant value k. Now we have to identify the value of k. So value is already given here. What is this? 2. So we will put the value of y 13.5, k 2 plus 3 cube. So k is equals to 13.5 divided by 2 plus 3, 5 cube is 125. So now we have value of this k. Now we have to identify the value of x when y is 108. So 108 is equals to k, which is already we identified 13.5. If you want, you can solve it, or you can leave as it is. X plus whole cube. We'll bring over here, we'll write 108 into 125 upon 13.5 is equals to x plus 3 whole cube. Now if we'll solve this one, we'll get 1000. 1000 is equals to x plus 3 whole cube. When we'll bring cube over on the other side, it will become cube root. So cube root of 1000 x plus 3, cube root of 1000 is 10. So 10 is equals to x plus 3. 3 we will bring on the other side. 10 minus 3 is equals to x. X is equals to 7. So our answer in this case will be 7. So this is how we can solve the question. Now part 2 is like g is inversely proportional to the square of t. If it is inversely proportional, we know g is inversely proportional to square of t, like this. So that means g, if I put is equals to, then we have to multiply with constant k upon d square. Now when d is half, that means d is here like t square. Now if I have to put here d upon 2, then g is multiplied by n factor. Find the value of n. So I'm writing here g dash, because we don't know the value of g in this case, k upon when d becomes half. So I will write here k d square upon 4. Okay, if I write a upon b, this is main division line, and c upon d, in this scenario I will write here extreme a into d is equals to b into c, like this, extreme upon mean. So in this k upon 1, if there is nothing, that means 1. These are the mean, these are the extreme. So in this scenario we can write k 4 into k upon d square. If you see here, g is k upon d square. If I will substitute this value, then we can write over here g dash is equals to 4 times of g, right? Because the value of g is k upon d square. So 4 times of g, they are saying that g is multiplied by n factor. N factor is nothing but 4. So in this scenario our answer will be 4. So this was last question for this topic. Hope like if there is any doubt, then you can comment in the section with your questions. Hope this video will help you for the questions related to the linear equations and the substitution and make the subject. In the next session we will cover few more topics like the expand, how we can expand or simplify, how we can solve the quadratic equation with the different methods. So we'll solve. So thank you so much for watching this.